All right, it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for some back day workouts. I'm going to show you my favorite back workouts today. FYI, whenever you're working out your back, I highly recommend getting yourself a pair of straps and a belt like this, especially if you're doing deadlifts. The straps are for extra grip strength, and the belt is for extra back support. Before I start, whenever you work out, I recommend picking a weight that is in your sweet spot, and that's going to vary from person to person. You don't want to pick a weight that's too light, otherwise it's not going to rip apart your muscles and help rebuild and give you strength. But you also don't want it to be too heavy where your form is going to be all screwed up. So I recommend doing a few practice reps, usually a weight where you can get about 20 without failing, and that's how you know that's going to be your sweet spot. First workout we're going to do is we're going to take a straight bar and attach it to a seated row machine. I'm doing a superset of 2 variations of a seated row. This one I'm showing you has an extension at the end. So I lean forward a bit and then I lean back as I row the bar towards me. Make sure you keep your feet low and out of the way and your legs nice and firm. Then I'm immediately going into a variation where I take the extension out and do a strict cable row. I'm keeping my back straight, leaning forward slightly, and just rowing. Another workout I like to do are called cable pullovers, and these are really good for hitting your latissimus dorsi, which is the large muscle in the lower part of your back.
My latissimus dorsi has gone flabby!
Those are your pecs, Larry! To do cable pullovers, you take an easy bar and you bring it to the top of a cable machine. Then with your arms straight, leaning slightly forward and taking a couple of steps back, you pull down with your lats. It's going to feel awkward at first, but once you repeat it and practice it a few times, you'll really start to get the hang of it. Make sure you stay leaned forward with your hips hinged the whole time. Now we're going to grab a pair of heavy dumbbells and do some rows. One arm at a time. Sometimes I lean on a bench to do these, sometimes I'll stand and lean forward, but either way, you want to make sure that your back is straight and you row the dumbbells toward you. I prefer to start with my non-dominant hand for the first 20 rows, then I'll switch to my dominant hand for the next 20 rows. But if you want to get your upper back more involved, try doing these with a pronated or even a supinated grip. You might have to decrease the weight though. Now let's hop on a bench, grab a pair of dumbbells. We're going to bring the bench to a slight incline. We're going to lay on the bench and do some lying dumbbell rows. Make sure you're doing these with a pronated grip. Now this kind of motion with that kind of grip helps target those trapezius muscles, or traps for short. Now we're going to hop back on the seated rowing machine and pretty much do the same workout that I did in the first one, but we're going to use a V-bar this time. The difference here is the type of grip that I'm using. With a neutral grip, it really helps isolate the lat muscles in the middle part of the back. With the seated row, you can do a wide neutral grip, close neutral grip, wide pronated grip, wide supinated grip, close supinated grip, or even a close pronated grip. Doing all those different varieties will help work out every muscle in your back. Now I also want to make sure that I'm hitting the upper traps at the base of my neck. And to do that, I like to do some shrugs. I like to do these with either dumbbells or a barbell. Basically, I hold on to the weight and I shrug up and down slowly while keeping a pronated grip and not moving anything else. If you look closely, you notice that I'm using straps to grip the dumbbells. Without these, my grip could give away if the weight is too heavy. The straps help keep me from putting the weight down and making sure I complete all 100 shrugs. And yes, I did 100 shrugs. Let's end this back day by doing some hyperextensions. Now I like to do these while holding a plate. You're going to step onto the machine, point your toes out at a 45-degree angle, hinge at the hip, and move your body up and down. You don't have to use weight for this exercise, but it helps break down those muscle fibers. So when your body heals, it will build new muscle in those tears. Just make sure you are using a weight that's comfortable and not too heavy where you could hurt yourself. I went way too heavy with that 25-pound plate. And that's back day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my workouts. I'll be back tomorrow to show you my favorite chest day workout. So I hope you'll join me for that. I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day.